What is going on, everybody? It's the Father-Son Fantasy Football Podcast. It is currently June 12th. This episode will be going up June 13th. You'll be hearing us Wednesday morning. Say hi, Dad.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, you sound a little bit sick.
A little bit. I'm a little under the weather, but that's okay.
A lot of working. So, we hope you enjoyed our last episode. It was Running Backs Part 2. If you haven't heard it already, I want you guys to go check it out because that episode, I think, was better than Running Backs Part 1. In my opinion, we have more arguments. There's more guys you got to keep note of. So if you haven't heard that, go back, click on that, watch that. And if you haven't seen Running Backs Part 1, that's also a good one. Click on that one, watch the running back episodes. Very important. Most of my opinions have stayed the same. There's a couple of them that's changed. We'll get into that sooner or later. Today's episode we have in store for you is another Half PPR Mock Draft, 12-team league with ESPN roster settings. So that's 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, a flex, kicker, defense, and 7 bench spots. We're going to go through that, and then the only difference is from the last mock draft episode you guys seem to enjoy is that this one, we're going to be back-to-back from each other. So we're gonna see if we steal a guy. We're not going to try to tell him much, but we tell you what we do in a situation. So we'll see how that goes in arguments. But before we get into that.
That's going to be good. That's going to be different. Back-to-back. I like that.
Back-to-back, yeah, it's good. So before we get into that, though, we are on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. For iTunes, please hit subscribe and download our podcast. Leave us a review. It means a lot to us. We like hearing the feedback. We do not have any reviews to read today. So hopefully, we like when you guys write in. So I encourage you guys to write in. Helps us out. Makes the podcast grow. And then you guys get a shout out.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. Like the videos on YouTube. Comment. We have another comment today about the listener league. The guy gave us his email. We're going to keep waiting to see interest. Make sure you have to be subscribed on YouTube in order to get into the listeners league. So if you're not subscribed on YouTube already, you have to go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and then that way you'll get entered in the league.
How many people are interested right now?
We have about 3 or 4, but if you have to subscribe, you'll be put into a raffle, and we'll raffle it out. We already have 1 spot, the guy who brought it up originally, and another guy who's going to be in it. So that's 2. And before we get into the mock drafting episodes, we're also on Twitter, at JustinFSFF. Give me a follow. I may follow you back. We'd like to interact. And also, you guys can tweet us questions. Tweet us questions you want to hear answered about football, fantasy football. Like this year, you want to say like Jared McKinnon or Christian McCaffrey. Those kind of questions. We'll answer them on the show at the end of the episode. I want to start getting some listeners' questions in. We haven't had any yet. We really encourage you guys to ask us questions. We'll hit it up next show. Answer them what we think, both of our opinions. So you guys can take whatever one you want.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what I hope to do eventually.
That's why you guys got to write in the comment section.
Yeah, you just got to do it. It helps out a lot. Interaction's big. And we're also, our podcast Twitter is FatherSonFF. Now, before we get into today's mock draft, we are going to go over the recent news and buzz around these OTAs and stuff. So, Dad, I'm going to tell you what's happening. Okay. And you're going to give me your initial reaction, and I'll talk about it after you talk about it.
Okay.
So, Duke Johnson signs a 3-year deal. Did you know he finished running back number 11 in PPR last year?
Yes, I did.
He was very.
Yes, I did.
So what's your reaction about that? They have Carlos Hyde and Nick Chubb there. Just go for it. I want to hear you say.
I think they're high on him if they sign him to 3 years.
They just sign him. Money talks.
Money talks.
They're not going to not use him. They use him all over to use him in the slot. Yep. So Duke Johnson, I was like a little low on him this year, but hey, they paid the man. They paid him.
They paid him. They're going to use him. That might decrease the value of Carlos Hyde a little bit, maybe.
Nick Chubb, yeah. Pro Sice is battling for a roster spot. No big deal there.
No big deal.
We got...
How about Andrew Luck is throwing now?
Andrew Luck is throwing.
That's good.
He was throwing 10 passes. Looked like he's shoveling it, but yeah, he's throwing.
Right. He's throwing.
Another thing, David Johnson is holding out at OTAs right now.
Yeah,
he's in a contract.
Everyone's holding out.
They gotta pay him. They're gonna pay him. I love David Johnson. He's my number 2 running back this year.
I like David Johnson too.
Miami's unsure of Mike Gesicki's rookie tight end's role. I was surprised by this. I was really high on them early on, but what do you guys say about this, Mike Gesicki?
I don't really know. Who's going to start for tight end for them?
He's the only one they got right now on the roster, really. And that's why I'm surprised, because Miami's the one who usually hypes all their players up, saying, "Oh, Devontae Parker's in for a big year." Every year they always do it, you know.
They do it every year. Every team does it.
No, but Miami does it a lot more than others. So this is surprising. Them saying they're not sure how he's doing. Next up in the news, you have Nyheim Hines is running as Colts kick returner. That's good if you get points in your league for kick returns, punt returns, and late sleeper. I like Nyheim Hines, as you saw in my rookie running back episode.
Yep, that's a good point.
Melvin Gordon's expected to catch more passes in 2018. This may move him up my rankings a little bit.
It should anyway because Hunter Henry's hurt. Hunter Henry's out for the year. And his value is just going to go up.
Yes. I like Melvin Gordon a lot more now. We'll probably revisit our rankings. We'll do a rankings episode of what we have at, and we'll talk about those guys again. Ty Montgomery will have a significant role.
I've seen that. Yeah. I don't know what to make of that.
They got 3 talented backs there. I don't see why I don't use them all. But if anyone wants to break free, it could be anyone. Browns will use Landry more down the field. That's just talk.
Yes.
We got also Ronald Jones, rookie running back, Tampa Bay, to share load with Barber/Sims.
For now, he's going to take that starting role.
I like Peyton Barber.
I believe so.
Devontae Booker behind your guy Royce Freeman, expected to get heavy dose of work.
Well, when training camp opens up, Royce Freeman, you'll see.
Julio Jones skipping mandatory minicamp. He's better. He must get paid.
He's still a superstar. No news there.
Running backs coach suggests Ajayi will be the workhorse.
I'd like to see that.
That's just buzz. I don't like it.
I'd like to see it because I don't believe it.
David Johnson's a no-show. Josh Allen will get first-team reps this week. He wasn't getting there earlier. Yeah. The Baltimore's trying to figure out how to use Lamar Jackson. You want to know what I say to that? Start him.
They're not going to start him.
He is Michael Vick.
They just paid Flacco all that money. They're not going to start
Lamar
him
Jackson's
right
really good. He will start.
No. Not going to happen.
I'm not going to make a bet on that yet.
But we're going to.
Jamal Charles visiting Saints on Wednesday. He's 31. He can still run. He's had the years off with the surgery. He's back. He can still do things. The cover marking was 4 years.
Yeah, they're just trying to fill that 4-week spot.
Terrence West also visited, and they're also bringing in Tim Hightower to try out for that spot.
They're gonna sign somebody just for a safety.
Yeah. The biggest news was that Andrew Luck is finally throwing.
Yes, that's good news for football.
That's good news for all Colts assets.
Yep.
I know in our Dynasty League we picked up Chester Rogers.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes. He can be number 2 spot in that. And I believe that is it. They didn't recognize the kind of drug that Edelman had on. That's weird because in order to get suspended, they'd have to recognize it. And just came out, Chris Godwin, wide receiver Tampa Bay, making a lot of plays each day. Yep. He's young. If you have a dynasty, he's good. Yep. Tampa Bay's offense looks to be explosive this year.
Hopefully.
Jameis Winston's out for a big year. So, without further ado, I sent you the link to get into the mock draft. You're going to get into that real quick.
Get into the mock draft.
I'm just going to talk about, once again, this is a podcast first, then YouTube. YouTube, we want to try to continue to grow on. Once we hit 100 subscribers, we may do something special. We don't know yet. 100 subscribers is the goal, so please tell your friends. Like the videos, comment, share it. And once again, on iTunes, download, subscribe, rate the podcast. It helps us out a lot. We like the feedback on it. And Google Play, also subscribe. And then that way, you guys can get in touch with us. And Twitter, @JustinFSFF. And that is it. So, we're going to do back-to-back picks. And instead of going later on, I was thinking about doing maybe 8 or 9 because that's an annoying spot. But I think we're going to do 3 and 4. I am going to take... What pick do you want, Dad? You want 3 or 4? Before me or after me?
I want after you.
All right, so my dad's going to take the 4th pick. I am going to take the 3rd pick. I like the early picks in this year's draft because you get one of those good running backs maybe. But I think at the 4 slot, you got a tough decision. My dad's getting in here real quick. He is in. Okay. So we are sitting at the 3 and 4. I'm about to get this thing started, and then we are going to draft away.
This ought to be good.
Got that music going right there. All right. Wow. First off the board, Ezekiel Elliott. Second off the board, Todd Gurley. I'm sitting at the 3rd pick, and my dude Le'Veon Bell's available. I mean, I'm taking Le'Veon Bell here. It's not even close. I was expecting Le'Veon Bell and Gurley to go, and I was going to take David Johnson.
I mean, that's crazy. Ezekiel went first.
Ezekiel gets his carries. He gets his points every year. I don't have a problem. You can't go wrong with any of these guys up front. I personally am taking Le'Veon Bell at this point in the thing right now.
That's who you should have taken. You should have taken Le'Veon Bell.
I mean, I'm not going to say easily because it's between him and David Johnson. Both are really good, but David Johnson, I'm not sure he's going to come back. He has fresh legs, but Le'Veon Bell gets his points every year. So that's what I took at 3. Dad, you're up at 4 right now.
I got to take David Johnson, even though Antonio Brown's there.
This is the thing. David Johnson or Antonio Brown. That's the
I got to take a running back like I always do. I got to take David Johnson. David Johnson it is.
Right. Following David Johnson, you had 6 running backs draft the board. You had Zeke, Gurley, Bell, David Johnson, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley. Then you had the 2 wide receivers, Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Dalvin Cook. Wow. He jumped in the 1st round, 9th pick. Then Kareem Hunt went. Then Melvin Gordon. Then Devonta Freeman. Then Odell Beckham. This is the second round now. Leonard Fournette went. Julio Jones, LaShawn McCoy, A.J. Green, Christian McCaffrey, Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. Dad, you are up and on the board in the top. You see Michael Thomas, Jerick McKinnon, Jordan Howard, Mike Evans, Joe Mixon, Rob Gronkowski, Doug Baldwin, Adam Thielen, Tyreek Hill. All these guys available. What's your thoughts right now? What are you looking at?
I like Michael Thomas in that spot or Jerick McKinnon.
My love for Jerick McKinnon was like when he was going late in the third. Now McKinnon's going in the second. I do like McKinnon a lot, but I don't feel like he's a breakout anymore because he's going in the second round. You know, we'll talk about that in another episode too. But I like McKinnon a lot. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I am after you, so this is all you talking.
What I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna take the wide receiver Michael Thomas. I'm gonna pass on McKinnon and see what running back comes back to me after. So Michael Thomas it is.
I didn't even think twice. I
knew that. I should have stolen right from you right there.
Jerick McKinnon. I would have gone with Michael Thomas if he fell to me too. Mixon followed me, then Mike Evans, then Jordan Howard, then Travis Kelce. And my wide receiver I wanted fell to me back at this turn. I'm surprised Kelce went ahead of Gronkowski. You know, I could.
Well, Gronk is still there.
What I see here, I like a lot of players here. I have 2 running backs already, 2 good ones. Doug Baldwin's going to get his targets, but Gronk in the third round. Gronkowski gets his points. He's Tom Brady's favorite target. And now with the Edelman suspension, he's going to get his points early on. I'm going to try something different in this draft, and I'm going to take Rob Gronkowski.
Wow.
Sitting here.
Okay.
So, Dad, you are up. You have Doug Baldwin and Adam Thielen were the 2 I was thinking between. I was probably going to take Adam Thielen. I love Adam Thielen this year.
What about Tyreek Hill? He's right there. You don't like Tyreek Hill?
I'd rather have Doug Baldwin or Adam Thielen, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I like Tyreek Hill, but I don't like where he's going in drafts. I'd rather get Sammy Watkins in the 7th round. I know I did say in the Old Faces, New Places Part 2 that I wasn't that high on Sammy Watkins, but I didn't realize he was going in the 7th round. That's a discount I am willing to wait on.
You know,
he's a possible breakout candidate. He has 2 guys in his team. All right. So
what's your thought process? I might take Rashad Penny here.
All right, hold on.
I might take Rashad Penny
before you got Derrick Henry, Alex Collins, Kenyon Drake, Rashad Penny, Jay Ajayi, Darius Guy. So these are a lot of running backs, but then you got to think you're not up for another 17 picks. So if you want to reach for Rashad Penny here, because when you get back, I don't know who's going to be available for you.
Man, I'd like to take a wide receiver right here.
I am set at running back. I have Le'Veon Bell McKinnon. I'm loving it right now. What do you do?
I'm taking a reach. I'm going to take Penny. I'm going to pass on the wide receivers right there. Wow. It might be a little crazy, but we're taking Rashad Penny right there.
So my dad took Rashad Penny and following.
3rd round, Rashad Penny's going.
It's early, but hey, last year you took Cook that early, and look what happened for his 4 games he was healthy. That worked out well for you. Rookie running backs are the key to success this year. I'm saying that right now. I'm going to stand by that most likely. So following my dad's pick of Rashad Penny in the 3rd round, 5th pick, 3rd round, Tyreek Hill, then Josh Gordon, then Derrick Henry, then Alex Collins, followed by Aaron Rodgers. Doug Baldwin and Adam Thielen made it that late, and then following Thielen, his teammate Stephon Diggs went. Now, I want to talk about those guys really quickly, Thielen and Diggs. Last year, Thielen was better because Diggs got hurt, and so Thielen had more opportunity to do it, right?
Yep.
But the thing that people aren't really accounting for, it's a new quarterback this year. We don't know who's going to target. We don't know who's going to like more.
We don't know, correct.
But I still think the Vikings offense is going to be very good.
Yep.
And I don't have a problem with anyone taking either or. But Thielen is younger. No, he's not younger. Thielen, they're both good. So you can't go wrong with either one. I like Adam Thielen a lot, though, because he proved it more. And Diggs does have an injury problem. And I love Diggs, my dad. You can verify.
Yep,
Diggs is probably my favorite wide
receiver.
Diggs.
I don't know why.
I love Diggs. I love Diggs. His footwork's amazing. I love Diggs. So I'm okay with taking either or, but Adam Thielen last year, he's gonna be good. So all right, that's the end of the 3rd round was Thielen and Diggs, and in 4th round started Kenyon Drake, T.Y. Hilton, who now with injured luck throwing, he's a wide receiver 1 when injured luck throws. Amari Cooper followed him. Then Darius Geis, I was hoping he'd make it back to me. Deshaun Watson, that's 2 quarterbacks off the board. Larry Fitzgerald, old man consistency.
Yes, he is.
Jay Ajayi, then Demaryius Thomas. Dad, I don't know how you're sitting here with all these people available. You still got Lamar Miller, Mark Ingram, Sony Michel, your boy Royce Freeman, Deion Lewis. Quarterbacks available. Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. Tight ends, Zach Ertz is still available, and your boy, Jimmy Graham. Who I am even lower on now than I was before. But
you're lower on him.
I'll talk about that later.
You got Allen Robinson right there. You got Schuster right there.
I love Juju. All I got to say
I like Juju in that spot.
I have Le'Veon Bell, so I can't really take Juju. I could. The Steelers offense.
I might steal Jimmy Graham right there. You know, I love Jimmy Graham.
No. But before, I'm helping you out, but I am helping you out. My dad right here is thinking about taking Jimmy Graham in the 4th round with the 9th pick. He has David Johnson, Michael Thomas, or Rashad Penny. But if you look at the 2 drafts ahead of you, I have Gronkowski already, so I'm probably not taking a tight end. And then Travis Kelce is also gone. These 2 guys ahead of you are not going to take a tight end with the next 4 or 5 picks. So right. I don't think you have to reach right here. And I don't know why you're taking Jimmy Graham over Zach Ertz. You're insane. Right here, if you were to reach for one, I don't think Team 1's going to take a tight end. That's just my opinion.
I'm taking Schuster right here.
Oh, my gosh. You took my guy.
I'm taking Schuster. I just stole your guy. I love it.
Well, it's tough there because I do have Le'Veon Bell. So people are like, do you want to target people on the same team? That's another question people ask.
I don't like having guys on the same team,
I think
usually.
I think it depends on what offense. You're looking at the Steelers' offense right here.
I agree, but I still don't like taking 2 guys
the Steelers' offense is high-powered. Like, I'm okay with... 1 year and a couple years ago, I had Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. The year Antonio Brown broke out, I didn't have a problem with that. They each scored 20-plus points a game. I loved it. All right. I'm sitting here. I have 2 running backs and a tight end. I'm looking at running backs available. Sony Michel, Royce Freeman. The guys ahead of me each have two running backs, 2, and no wide receivers. Mike Evans has team 1. So I'm going to take a wide receiver here. Allen Robinson, Marvin Jones. I'm looking at these guys. I am really high on Allen Robinson. I think the Bears are going to use him in an effective way this year.
I like
at Jacksonville, when he did break out that 1 year, he did really well. He had targets. Then they stopped using him next year. Then they got injured. So I think Allen Robinson, fresh legs, new offense. I am taking Allen Robinson with the 10th pick of the 4th round.
Wow.
I have Le'Veon Bell.
That's a good pick.
Following me, went Golden Tate, Alshon Jeffrey, Zach Ertz. He took a tight end.
Yep.
Brandon Cooks. I am up here again, and my guy fell to me. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
I already know who it's going to be because
I want you to let me know who it's going to be.
It's going to be Marvin Jones. I love Marvin Jones, and you're going to steal him so I can't get him, and you're going to force me to take Jimmy Graham. You don't take Marvin Jones right here, I'm taking him.
I'm looking at this, so I'm looking at the running backs available. It kind of falls off after Miller, Mark Ingram, Sony Michel, Royce Freeman. I'm in the 5th round right now. I'm really low on Sony Michel now because of that backfield. I have 2 really good running backs. However, McKinnon gets injured sometimes. Le'Veon Bell gets injured sometimes. I do have Allen Robinson, who's not a sure bet for history either, so I have to go with consistency. I'm going to go with the guy that finished wide receiver 11 last year, and that's Marvin Jones.
I knew you were going to. I knew you were going to steal him. I knew you were going to take him.
I didn't steal him. I took
just
the guy.
Like I took Schuster on you.
You know, we both agree that we like Marvin Jones.
I like Marvin Jones. I love Marvin Jones.
Fist bump, bro. We have him in our dynasty league. He's 29. Yeah. It's all right, though.
I had him last year in 2 leagues. He's fantastic.
Everyone always writes him off.
I like him so much better than Golden Tate.
Oh, my God. Golden Tate's still good, but he finished wide receiver.
He is good, but...
He finished wide receiver 12. That's 11 and 12 right there. It's 11 and 12 right there.
All right. You know who I'm taking here. I have to.
All right. So, my dad, you have 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Your tight end, Jimmy Graham, is on the board. So, I'm assuming you're taking Jimmy Graham. But just to let people know who's on the board, Lamar Miller, Mark Ingram, who I talked about last episode. Go check that out. Sony Michel. Your boy, Royce Freeman's still available. Yep. He's not going to make it back to you, I don't think.
No, I don't think he's
But you already have 1 rookie running back. But, again, this year, I don't mind stacking rookie running backs. It's a good running back class. Jarvis Landry's available. I like Jarvis Landry.
I like Jarvis this year, but I don't know about Cleveland. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Jimmy Graham.
Taking Jimmy Graham.
I'm getting my tight end out of the way. I love Jimmy Graham this year.
All right, following Jimmy Graham.
Love Jimmy Graham.
Okay, Dad. Lamar Miller, Mark Ingram. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Royce is gone. I knew it. I mean, I had a choice
Royce
there.
Freeman, Evan Ingram, Sony Michel, then back-to-back quarterbacks, Brady, Russell Wilson, Deion Lewis, who I kind of like. I think you're going to split now. Marlon Mack went 6th round. That's way too early for me. Jarvis Landry, who I actually do like. Carlos Hyde, Marshawn Lynch, Tevin Coleman, Carson Wentz, Michael Crabtree, Greg Olsen. Tight ends are starting to fly now. On the board, Dad, for your pick. Wide receivers are starting to slim out a little bit. You got running backs available. Aaron Jones, Tariq Cohen, Rex Burkhead, Kerryon Johnson, Ronald Jones.
I think it falls off. I'm in a tough spot right here.
QBs.
I like Drew Brees in a spot. I like Jordy Nelson in a spot.
It's a half-point PPR league. What's your thought process? Who are like the 4 guys you're looking at? Because I think whenever I get the pick, there's like 4 guys I'm looking between if my guy didn't fall. And in this particular range, depending on team roster, I don't really like have a guy. I have a couple of guys I like. So I want to know who are the 3 guys you're looking at right here of taking.
Right here. Drew Brees,
Okay.
Jordy Nelson,
Uh-huh.
and your boy, Tariq Cohen.
Wow, I convinced you on Tariq Cohen. I'm.
I don't know.
Why Tariq Cohen? Ronald Jones is still there.
I don't know who Green Bay is going to use. They're all. He's
No,
going to be their starter.
Ronald Jones, not Aaron Jones.
Oh, Ronald Jones. Wow.
Rookie running back, Tampa Bay. You do only have 2 wide receivers.
You know, you're trying to trick me so you can steal Tariq Cohen. I know.
I'm not taking Tariq Cohen. I have Allen Robinson.
You know.
I'm not taking Tariq Cohen. Someone else may. I'm not taking Tariq Cohen. I know who I have in mind.
I like Drew Brees in a spot. What are we gonna do? You still got some good quarterbacks.
Thinking right now. You can take the Jaguars defense.
I'm not taking the defense.
So, all right.
Why is everybody so low on Jordy Nelson this year? Even though he's going to Oakland, why? I mean, I don't understand.
Targets. People still available: Will Fuller, Chris Hogan, Corey Davis, Edelman, Nelson, Watkins. I may take Watkins coming up. Pierre Garçon, he's still there. Emmanuel Sanders, people are writing off. They got a new quarterback. Robert Woods did good last year. Randall Cobb. You got Marquise Goodwin, Devontae Parker, Cooper Kupp.
I took Jordy Nelson.
My dad took Jordy Nelson.
I took Jordy Nelson right there.
Oh, wow. All right. So,
Now, you got a tough spot here.
I'll get a couple running backs. I feel like one of them's going to fall to me. I'm looking at QBs, 6th round. I'm going to wait on QB this draft and show you guys that when you wait on QB, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get a good QB. So, wide receivers, Chris Hogan with the Jordy Nelson suspension. That could be interesting. He did really good in the Super Bowl, had over 100 yards.
Could be, yep.
6th round, Sammy Watkins, they just paid him. So right now for me, it's between Sammy Watkins, Chris Hogan, and I would say Tariq Cohen, but I already have him. I like Rex Burkhead. I'm going to take Ronald Jones. I'm taking a running back who's supposed to get carries. I know we talked about earlier how he's going to maybe split with Peyton Barber and Co., but I'm not worried about it. And Ronald Jones, I took. Following him, Chris Hogan, Will Fuller, and then 2 QBs. Drew Brees, Cam Newton. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12 teams have a quarterback. My dad and I both do not have a quarterback. I am waiting on a quarterback here. I'm not taking one.
I'm going to wait another round for a quarterback. I think right here I'm going to take a running back. I think I'm going to
7th round, I am taking Sammy Watkins, Kansas City, 3rd pick. I was off on him now. They paid him. Patrick Mahomes has an arm. He puts some zip on the ball. He likes throwing the ball deep. Throughout Sammy Watkins' career, he's averaged 15 yards per catch. Those are points. That's 1.5 plus 0.5. That's 2 points right there. He gets touchdowns and not that many targets. He will produce in his offense. His offense is young. It's talented. I used to be so high on Sammy Watkins. I remember a couple years ago, I took Buffalo 3rd round and he got injured. Sammy Watkins is only 25 years old, Dad. He's young. I like him.
A lot of people are down on him, too.
I was off on him earlier this year. He was going on wide receiver 34. I took him in the 7th round. I don't have a problem taking him here. So, Dad, who are you picking right here?
I'm looking at 2 running backs right here.
Who are you looking at?
Your boy, Karan Johnson.
No, that's not my boy, dude.
That's your boy. Or Tariq Cohen. I'm taking Tariq Cohen right here on the spot.
Cohen.
Just because of the PPR value. Tariq Cohen.
Nice.
I love my team right now. My team is so good right now.
Is it?
Yep.
All right. Speaking of that, we're going to go over a little roster check right now. I'm going to read off our rosters respectively.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, we just finished 7 rounds. My dad and I finished 7 rounds. I had the 3rd pick. My team is Le'Veon Bell, Jerick McKinnon, Rob Gronkowski, Allen Robinson, Marvin Jones, Ronald Jones, and Sammy Watkins. I have 3 wide receivers, 3 running backs, and an elite tight end. My dad, go. You read it off.
I got 3 wide receivers, 3 running backs, and a tight end. I have David Johnson.
Same roster construction. Yeah, David Johnson I like a lot.
Michael Thomas.
I like him.
Rashard Penny.
He's pretty good.
Juju Smith.
Juju.
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Jordy Nelson.
Yes.
Tariq Cohen.
Yes. I convinced you on the Tariq Cohen.
That's a pretty decent team right there so far.
Right now, I think we both have pretty good teams. I like mine more.
Yeah, of course you do.
I should. I drafted it. And we're sitting in the 8th round right here. My dad and I both do not have a quarterback. Right now, there's only 3 teams that do not have a quarterback. My dad and I are one of them. The quarterbacks available are Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan, Andrew Luck, Philip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Then you get Mahomes, Winston,
No.
Mariota, Smith.
1, 2, 3. The top 6 you just said, I'm happy with either one of them.
I didn't. Those guys I'm looking for.
So I think I'm going to wait again.
You're going to wait again.
On a quarterback.
Uh-huh.
In this spot, I like C.J. Anderson in this spot.
All right. Who else is that?
Like Marquise Goodwin in this spot. I love Devontae Parker.
Well, then.
With Laundry gone.
All right. Well, we're going to have a discussion about that in our wide receiver episode. I am not high on Parker, but you take who you want to take here. I know who I'm taking if you don't take him. I'm not going to say it, but that's what's going to happen.
I think I'm taking C.J. Anderson.
You are taking C.J. Anderson. All right. Make the pick.
Hold on a second. I said I think.
Oh, he says think. He's not making the pick yet.
I like Goodwin right here, too.
All right, Dad. Well, so you got 3 and 3.
I like Goodwin.
I'm just going to sit here and wait for you to look at your iPad. So confused. It's a mock draft.
It's not confused. I'm taking.
You're gonna mess up and take a kicker. You're gonna panic pick.
Kicker.
You took Stefan Gostkowski.
Emmanuel Sanders is looking good right here too.
8th round. You can't pass it with the wide receiver 2 in Denver with Case Keenum there.
No, you can't.
New offense.
Yeah, I like. I'm gonna take Sanders.
You're killing me.
Gone.
Oh, I took Emmanuel Sanders.
Gone.
My pick is gonna be surprising. I want you to guess who I'm gonna pick right here.
With you, I have no idea.
Oh, what's that supposed to
You're
mean?
gonna pick Kelvin Benjamin.
I hate Calvin Benjamin. You already know I had Calvin.
Well, then pick him. That's what I want you to do. Pick him.
Okay. 8th round.
Alan Hearns you're taking.
I do have 3 running backs. But there's a running back right now in the 8th round who is going to be not a workhorse, but he's going to get his carries. He's on a new team this year. They paid the man, I think, $14 million. Not 100% sure. And Todd Bowles loves this guy. I am taking Isaiah Crowell. He's going to get his carries this year. He's a guy I was kind of low
Jets
on.
are going to be awful, though.
They're going to be running the ball. They like
Okay.
to run the ball. Todd Bowles likes to run the ball. Following Isaiah Crowell, Cooper Kupp, Chris Thompson, C.J. Anderson, Jamison Crowder. I have 4 running backs right now. Wide receivers available. Marquise Goodwin, Devontae Parker, Robbie Anderson, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to go down a little bit.
You know.
And I'm taking... Actually, QB's available. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Matt. I'm okay waiting in that round.
Yeah, I'm okay waiting in there, too.
I mean, people may start taking backups soon. Running backs. There's 2 I'm looking at again. I may take my running backs. I like a lot of wide receivers. And I'm okay with any of these guys dropping. I only have 3 right now. But I have a couple breakouts that I like a little bit later. I may reach for one right now and take him because I don't like a lot. I'm gonna give it a round. I'm going to take my running back right here because I think the running back is really thin. And I'm not going to risk waiting and missing out on a 4th running back. So, the 2 guys I'm looking at here is Jamal Williams, Green Bay. We don't know who's going to start there. Or my guy, Corey Clement. I love Corey Clement this year. I feel like he's going to be the back to break out of that backfield. So, I'm going to take Corey Clement with this 9th round pick. Corey Clement is off the board. I am basically set on running back for the rest of this draft. I may take one more later as a flyer. But I have my core 4. I have a core 5, actually. I have 5 running backs right now and 3 wide receivers. So I took Corey Clement, Dad. Who are you picking here? Who are you looking at?
I like Duke Johnson in this spot.
Man just got paid.
He got paid.
I don't see how you don't take Jamal Williams here. I let him.
I like Marquise Goodwin.
The guy you wanted last round is still here. Marquise Goodwin.
Alan Hearns is there.
I feel like you can get him in another round. And your guy
Sterling Shepard is there.
Nah, he's got to go somewhere else to get more value. That offense is the Giants, baby. Saquon.
Let's see. I'm going to be taking. Boy, Williams looks good there too. I just don't know who they're going to use right there. Duke Johnson's, with PPR, he's going to get his. I'm taking Marquise Goodwin right here. Gone.
All right, who followed your pick, Dad?
Marquise Goodwin. Jared Goff went off.
Wow.
Jaguars defense went off. 9th round. First defense off the board. Jamal Williams went next. Devontae Parker. Then Robbie Anderson. LeGarrette Blount. Matthew Stafford,
Oh no, here come the backup quarterbacks.
Matt Ryan, and we don't have a quarterback yet. The LA Rams went off in the 10th round. First pick, LA Rams. Then Duke Johnson went. Then Foreman went. Kelvin Benjamin. Andrew Luck's off the board.
Wow, that guy has
Minnesota
John
Vikings. Phillip Rivers. Doug Martin.
There you go. All right, Dad.
Now I'm sitting in the 10th round, 9th pick.
We don't have quarterbacks yet.
We don't have quarterbacks yet. So we are going to have to take a quarterback here. Ben Roethlisberger is still available. That's a steal in the 10th round.
Double points with Juju.
In the 10th round, I'm taking Ben Roethlisberger.
Double points with Juju.
Boom. Ben Roethlisberger.
All right.
You need a quarterback.
You know what? I'm going to show you guys that I can wait for teams 1 and 2 to probably take it back up, and I'm still going to be happy with my quarterback available. Because right now, I like 4 guys on the board. I like Mahomes, I like Winston, I like Mariota, and I like Alex Smith. At least one of those guys is going to make it back to me, and I'm okay with any of those guys starting. Alex Smith has outperformed his QB 22 ADP every single year. He finished as a quarterback 4 last year.
He's going to a different offense, though. He's not
better
gonna,
offense.
He's not going to have the players he had.
It's not better offense. I misspoke. It's a decent offense.
It's not a better
there
offense.
Guys. Hey, I am okay with
Alex Smith is going to be below his numbers he had last year.
Well, yeah, but he's still going to be top 15, I think. That's my opinion. I am taking wide receiver here. I am taking Rashard Matthews. He is the guy I like this year to break out. Aguilar went, then Derek Carr went, then Sterling Shepard went, then Devontae Booker went. I am back up again. I'm going to take this year's gunslinger, Jameis Winston. That offense is high-powered. I have Ronald Jones, too. I'm okay with that. I was thinking about Marcus Mariota. He's due for a breakout, I think, too. But I took Jameis Winston in the 11th round. I'm okay with waiting on a quarterback and getting Jameis Winston. He was on track for, I think, over 4,000 yards last year before he got hurt. He is back healthy. He was looking good last year. He's going to pick up the pace this year again with another year of Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, Chris Goodwin, and then he's also got Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones.
It's a good offense. Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard. It's got weapons. It's in a decent division for defense-wise. You got Panthers, you got Falcons, and Saints. Saints defense is good now. So, my dad, you're sitting here. Dad, bless you.
Thank you.
It's all right. You can sneeze all you want.
Allen Robinson is still available.
Allen Robinson is not available, dude. Reed. What's his name? It's not Allen Robinson. I have Allen Robinson.
Allen Hurns, I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
Now, I feel like this is going to be hypocritical of you if you take Allen Hurns over Michael Gallup.
My boy, Michael Gallup.
So you're going to take Allen Hurns over Michael
I didn't
Gallup?
say I'm taking him.
Oh,
I just said he's still available in the
You sounded
round.
like you were going to take him. So what are you looking at here?
I like Cameron Meredith.
I like Cameron Meredith too.
Michael Gallup.
That's it. I mean, if you like a guy, you go out and get him.
I don't really like any running backs are really staring at me. I'm
That's
pretty
why
much
I took
set
a lot.
running back, so
You only have 3 running backs, Dad. What do you mean you're pretty set? You only have 3 running backs. That's why I took a lot. I am set for running back. And I still have some upside wide receivers I'm willing to take in my next pick.
I'm going to take.
There is no running backs. The running backs available right now are Ty Montgomery, Latavius Murray, Chris Carson, Giovanni Bernard, Bilal Powell, Peyton Barber, James White. James White's probably one I would take here. Frank Gore, he's going to have a role. Spencer Ware, Theo Riddick, Matt Breida, Kenneth Dixon, Naheem Hines.
Who do I really love? Who am I taking right here?
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup, I am taking.
Oh my gosh, my dad is he has 3 running backs, and he's just taking Michael Gallup.
That's
Allen
right.
Hurns followed you. Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, Texans D, Chargers D, Eifert, Martavis Bryant, Ty Montgomery, Patrick Mahomes, Danny Amendola, Eagles defense, Marquise Lee, Latavius Murray, George Kittle, Mike Williams, Los Angeles Chargers, Denver Broncos defense, and Dad, you are up again.
See what I did right there? I took my man, Michael Gallup. Only 1 running back went in the next.
2 running backs went in the next off to your picks, the next 12, 14 picks.
Which is beautiful. So I got to take a running back right here.
Next 16 picks, only 2 running backs went. So my dad's got to take a running back here, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy you're taking running backs. I have a guy I am going to take is a wide receiver.
Who do I take at running back right here?
If it was me, are you asking? it's between Giovanni Bernard and James White and Frank Gore. Those three.
I got to take
Giovanni
Frank Gore.
Bernard has never finished below the running back 35.
Frank Gore is going to have a role.
Frank Gore's going to have a role. James White, though, the cheapest. You get a guy in New England's backfield in the 12th round, that's a steal. Because we don't know who's going to break out. We just know they're all going to be used. So, time's ticking. Is it the later rounds?
I'm taking Frank Gore right here.
This podcast being too long. You're taking Frank Gore, Jameis Winston. I am going to take Cameron Meredith, New Orleans. Another wide receiver. Saints defense followed me. Chris Carson, Jack Doyle, Giovanni Bernard went. I am sitting here again, 13th round. There's 4 more rounds left, including this pick. We still need a defense and a kicker. Quarterbacks available still. My breakout candidate, Marcus Mariota. I could take him. There's tight ends available. There's some. I'm okay with waiting to get another backup tight end. I am going to take James White. He's still available. I'd be stupid not to take James White right here. He's my 6th running back on the team. I took James White. Dad, you're up. I took a running back on you. I'm sorry. You got backup tight end, backup quarterback you could take here. Marcus Mariota I was looking at, but I'm willing to wait another one to get either Dalton or Eli Manning as a backup. If I really want a backup. I'm not one to draft backup quarterbacks. I'm one to wait mid-season for Winston's bye week, then drop someone for matchup
I like
play.
Doxson here.
Doxson's good. Paul Richardson's still available, I assume. Yeah, I like Paul Richardson. Kenny Stills I like a lot this year.
I like Kenny Stills too.
Deshaun Jackson's always a sleeper. He's always nice. Kenny Galladay.
Yeah.
Mike Wallace. Jordan Matthews with Edelman being out. You got Tyrell Williams, Hunter Henry injury. Dante Moncrief could get those targets.
I'm going to take Kenny Stills right here in the spot.
That's my guy. Kenny Stills. That's back-to-back Miami picks. Following you was Doxson, then Njoku, then Bilal Powell. Then kickers starting to go. Greg Zuerlein, Peyton Barber, Justin Tucker. Ravens defense, O.J. Howard, Geronimo Allison. Then Gostowski went. Then Mariota went. Then D.D. Westbrook, Tyler Lockett, Alex Smith, Theo Riddick, Deshaun Jackson. Dad, you are up. Let's try to make these picks quick.
I'm going to take a backup quarterback here. I'm taking Eli Manning right here.
It's a good pick right there. Me, I'm not taking a backup quarterback, so I'm not a little loser. I have 5 wide receivers. I'm going to take another sleeper wide receiver for you guys to know who I like late. You got Paul Richardson available. I'm going to go look down the list a little bit. Quincy Enunwa still there. He's back from injury. He could be good this year. Cortland Sutton, I like him as a rookie, but not this year in redraft leagues. I'm not going to take a wide receiver right here. Kenny Galladay I like, but I have Marvin Jones. I am looking at backup tight ends, and there's no one. There's literally no one. You got Hayden Hurst. Just kidding. There is someone. Eric Ebron I like a lot this year. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He got a little bit of praise out of training camp this year so far, saying he's a big target. They can't miss him. So I could buy into the hype, take him, or Eric Ebron, who no one's really heard about. I'm going to take Austin Seferian-Jenkins. It's back at tight end, round 14, because I'm not sure if Gronk's going to be healthy the whole year. Dak Prescott, Brandon Marshall, Eagles, Patriots defense, Jake Elliott went. I'm looking at wide receivers here again, and Mike Wallace is always getting written off. I don't know. QBs, you got Andy Dalton, Mitch Trubisky.
You got to take a defense and kicker.
Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, I got the defense kicker. You're right, Dad. So, yeah, the last 2 rounds, I'm taking a defense and kicker.
I got 2 rounds left, so.
I'm going to take... What defense do I want? That's the question. Doesn't really matter. I'm taking Carolina's defense. Last 2 rounds. I didn't get back a quarterback. So, last 2 rounds.
I'm going to take the Chiefs defense.
Chiefs defense. Once again, guys, leave us a like rating on YouTube. Share it with your friends. Subscribe and download the podcast on iTunes. We are a podcast first, YouTube second. Comment down below what you guys thought about this draft so far. We're taking a kicker now. It doesn't really matter. That's the end of this draft. Just take whatever kicker you want, Dad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I had fun doing this draft. I like our teams back-to-back. It's a little different drafting back-to-back. I know your draft tendencies, so I wasn't really scared, but I tried something out different this draft. I'm overall pretty happy with my team. Taking Gronk in the 3rd round is always like, oh, why would you do that? But my team didn't turn out that bad, and I have an elite tight end. Now, once again, our Twitter, at JustinFSFF and at FatherSonFF. We are trying to get a new logo done currently because our one right now I'm not happy with them personally, and it doesn't stand out. So stay tuned on that. Share it with your friends again. Comment on YouTube what you thought about this draft and picks you like, picks you didn't like. I'm just taking a kicker. It doesn't really matter.
No, give us some comments, guys, and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Let's go over our teams one more time. You go first, Dad. Who do you have? You pick from the 4th spot in a 12-team half PPR ESPN scoring.
All right, in the 4th spot, I took David Johnson, Michael Thomas, Rashard Penny, Juju Smith, Jimmy Graham, Jordy Nelson,
I like that Jordan.
Tyreek Cohen,
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders,
Yes.
Marquise Goodwin,
Mm-hmm.
Ben Roethlisberger is my first quarterback, Michael Gallup, who I really love this year in Dallas. I know I said I don't like taking guys from the same team, but I got Frank Gore, and then I took Kenny
At
Stills.
this point, it doesn't really
after
matter.
that.
It's later in the draft. You're taking sleeper shots. Then you
Yep.
take Eli
And
Manning.
Eli Manning is my backup, and then Kansas City and a kicker. So overall, I think I drafted pretty well.
I'll rate you in a second. My third pick, I usually take wide receivers early. This draft, I did not take a wide receiver until the 4th round.
Yep, I'm very surprised at that.
Le'Veon Bell, Jerick McKinnon, Rob Gronkowski, Allen Robinson, Marvin Jones, Ronald Jones II, Sammy Watkins, Isaiah Crowell, Corey Clement, Rashard Matthews, big season coming from him, Jameis Winston in the 11th round, Cameron Meredith, James White in the 13th round. That's a guy from New England's backfield that I'm okay with taking. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, just why not? And then defense and kicker. So I didn't take a backup quarterback. Like I said, I'll drop someone who's not performing midway through the season, and then I'll get my backup quarterback there.
That's right.
There's guys available. I play matchup.
There's still some quarterbacks in there.
Yeah. So, Dad, I loved your draft
You did.
all the way up until you took Jimmy Graham.
Whoa!
I
What's wrong
felt
with Jimmy
you- I
Graham
felt
right
you could have
there?
waited and took Trey Burton. I love Trey Burton. You took your guy Royce Freeman right there. Love the Nelson pick. I love Tariq Cohen, as you know. The Sanders pick in the 8th round is a great value. I would have took Sanders there. A good one. It's all right. I would have took a running back right there, like Jamal Williams. Some flaws. Overall, though, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give you a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I like your draft a lot. Ben Roethlisberger in the 10th round, insane. Eli Manning is a good backup. I love Kenny Stills. I like Frank Gore. I like your approach. A little different. I feel like the middle rounds could have been a little different.
It's a little
I would have been
different.
happy, but
overall, it's pretty
I
decent.
did like the team. And now,
Overall,
your
it's
rating for me, in my opinion, is irrelevant because it's your opinion. But go for it. Give me your rating, Dad.
I love Le'Veon Bell right there. I can't believe he went off as the 3rd pick.
That's crazy.
McKinnon right there. I love that back-to-back
McKinnon.
running
You guys
back right
know
there.
I love McKinnon.
Gronk. I'm not high on Gronk this year, but 3rd round,
Gronk
that's
gets
a
his
steal
numbers.
in the 3rd
Gronk
round.
gets his numbers.
Allen Robinson, I think he's going to do good things in Chicago. Marvin Jones, we both
Everyone
love Marvin
writes.
Jones.
Everyone writes off Marvin Jones
5th
every year.
round.
He's great.
Ronald Jones should be a heavy workload there for him in the 6th round from Tampa Bay. I like that pick. I'm not sure how I feel about Sammy Watkins
I wasn't either.
at Kansas City.
But he's got the potential there.
I'm not sure how I feel about Isaiah Crowell next.
He's my 4th running back, though.
Yep. Corey Clement was a good value in the 9th round. Rashard Matthews, I had him last year on my fantasy team. He did fantastic for me last year. I like him in the 10th round. Winston is okay quarterback.
Okay, he's going to
right
be
there.
good.
Cameron Meredith, I like him going to New Orleans. James White, I'm not too high on.
13th round, though. 13th round, I get
13th
running back
rounds,
part
yep.
of Bill
That's
Belichick's system.
We'll see if he gets used.
He will.
Jenkins in the 14th. That's a good backup tight end. There was a couple other options in there that I would have taken instead of him.
It
But
was there that Ebron and him for me.
overall, I'm going to have to give you about a 7.
You kidding me?
About a 7
My
right
team's
there.
better than yours.
What do you mean it's better? No, it's not.
Easily better than yours.
No, there's no way your team is better than mine.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's
Why
our
don't
arguments.
somebody tell us, look in there and tell us whose team is better in
Yeah,
the
whose
comments
team like
section.
better? My dad's or mine? I personally like mine a little bit better. I don't usually take Gronk that early, but I did.
Well,
Another thing I like to
let's
point
let
out-
the viewers decide who's got
Let
the better
viewers
team.
decide, yeah. All right. So leave it in the comments below. Tweet it at us. This episode will be going live around 10:30 a.m. Wednesday. You'll be hearing us. Share it with your friends. We already went over 300 downloads, Dad.
All right,
That's a round of
very
applause.
good.
That's a round of applause
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
good.
That's really good. We appreciate you guys for downloading the podcast and sharing it, listening. Share it with your friends. Again,
We're getting better each time we do one.
next episode's coming out Sunday. Wide receivers part 1. We'll do the top 15 ADP. I'm a wide receiver guy. We talked about last time.
Wide receivers are a lot tougher than running
It's harder
backs.
to
I
rank.
think.
Once again, if you have not checked out our last 2 episodes, it's running backs part 1 and 2. I believe part 2 is better than part 1. So watch part 2, watch part 1. Let us know what you think. Comment down below about the Listener League too. We want to see who's interested. Share with your friends. You have to be subscribed in YouTube in order to get into the Listener League. So subscribe on YouTube in order to get into the Listener League. We do not have a custom URL yet for YouTube because you need 100 subscribers, so we'll make that once we get that. But if you type in Father Son Fantasy Football, you'll see our picture pop up. Click on us, like it, subscribe. You'll be and comment that you want to get in the Listener League.
Make sure you comment on whose team is better.
Yeah,
in that
comment on whose
draft.
team is better. We'll leave a link of it in the description below so you can click on it and see the draft results. Once again, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you Sunday.
Yep, thank you. See you.